Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Chuckles here. Today we got a special review for you. This time we have the Elite Force.
No, you can't say that.
But yes, I can. The Elite Force GLOCK. Anyways, as I was saying, we have the Elite Force GLOCKs, both the GLOCK 19 and the GLOCK 17. These are officially licensed, so any other GLOCK is not actually officially supported by the GLOCK trademark, so you'll see all over these pistols. We'll kind of go into that. You'll see trades all over the place, so you'll see them GLOCK logo on the front, GLOCK logo on the pistol frame on the lower, you'll see the GLOCK on the bottom, on the outer barrel, and then on this side of the slide. So it says GLOCK, you know that it's licensed by GLOCK, you're not going to have any doubts about that. So starting off with the 17, the upper is made of an aluminum alloy and the lower is injection molded polymer. So it gives it a very nice lightweight feel, but it's not just like it's a paperweight that you would normally feel like. You do have the sights, they are white dot sights that are just standard on a GLOCK, and they're really nice. They're a lot nicer than any other sort of standard sights. It kind of completes a whole box when you have the sights lined up very well. So it's a lot easier to put that on target. The GLOCKs as well are in different lengths. So you have 7.5 inches in length by 5.5, the width of the pistol, and the 19s are 6.5 by 5 inches. So definitely not too much of a smaller frame, just about an inch all around essentially. A little bit of a difference there, but that's primarily the difference. The only thing that allows is the magazines. The 19, you have 19 rounds, and the 17, you have 20. You could push it with an extra BB in either or, but I wouldn't recommend it. 20 shots with the 17, 19 with the 19. Very fitting. So then another cool feature that the GLOCKs have is they have a serial number, which you'll find in two places, one on the outer barrel itself, and then the other on the slide, the frame, which is pretty cool. So then you'll know if you ever had if you're getting it secondhand, if it ever had to be swapped or changed out at all, which is pretty cool. It is 1-to-1 with the GLOCK 17. This is based on the Gen 4, which is, I believe, the most recent generation, and the 19 is based on the third generation of GLOCK 19s. Same standard everything, all the controls are the same. You have that trigger safety, which is kind of nice. You don't have anything that you accidentally hit when you're trying to draw it out. As we all know, your number one safety should be your finger, not in the magwell. Or your number one safety should be your finger, not in the trigger guard at all. And standard deconstruction is pulling the slide back, pulling down the two grips on the side, and then boom, comes right off. And then, because it's a GLOCK, and we know it's fantastic, just goes right back on, no problem. So for the Chrono Test, we use 0.25 gram Elite Force BBs and Elite Force fuel, the Elite Force green gas. And you can see that we kind of got the results. We're actually reasonably consistent, anywhere from 280 FPS to 300 FPS. That's with a 2.5, which is going to be good for indoors, as per the usual, really reliable in a pistol. The GLOCK has a really reasonable amount of kick, like definitely something you'd expect from a high quality VFC product. VFC is the OEM on these guys. They really always do a fantastic job with their pistols. The one problem that we ran into is the air efficiency. We really didn't get more than one magazine out of it, but you know, 21 shots is more than enough to take down somebody. If you need 20 shots to shoot somebody with a pistol, you're doing it wrong. So with the shooting test, we were about 15 feet away from the target. Most of the shots, we took 9 shots. Most of them, I believe 6 or 7, fell within about a 6-inch kind of diameter circle, which at 15 feet isn't incredibly bad if you're engaging somebody past it with a pistol. It was inconsistent with the accuracy a bit. We did see some pretty decent outliers that might just be user error, but you know, that's something that you'll find out your own. It did have a misfire, but I believe that's probably just because of the magazine. With most magazines, you kind of need to double stack them. If you don't double stack them, they're going to misfire, so I believe that's what happened. Other than that, the thing fed flawlessly and fired just fine. It went through every round of the magazine, so that's definitely more than what I could ask for. So, my final thoughts is you have an officially licensed GLOCK finally on the market. You don't have to get your knockoff, whatever brand, that's okay. VFC, the kick on these guys is really fantastic. Probably run into is air efficiency, but most pistols you really won't go through more than one mag anyways. You'll need to refill a lot of those. But, I mean, I'm mostly a 1911 guy personally. I'm not a super huge fan of the Glocks, but just these Glocks just have a really nice feel to them, and they might make me a believer. I won't say yet, but it definitely makes me think about wanting to pick up one of these guys. Use a green gas, so that's pretty accessible. You can use red gas, you can use propane if you're outdoors. That'll be perfectly acceptable. You have a 20 round magazine, and then for the 19, you have a smaller frame, and you have the 19 round magazine, which is a lot for a pistol of that size. With a double stacked mag, you're gonna be able to shoot way more than the traditional pistol with 15 or 12 shots. So that definitely gives you an advantage, a leg out on the field. Pistol, reasonably accurate at 15 feet. That's more than you're really gonna wanna engage somebody. Pistols are for up close. You're probably going to be within 10 feet or so of them anyways. So you definitely want to make sure when you're using the pistol, close that gap. And like I said, these guys actually also have a 90-day warranty through Elite Force. So you know you're getting a quality product, and you know that it's going to be backed up. I mean, we haven't had a single one of these come back with any problems other than somebody dropped the magazine. But other than that, I haven't had a single one come back with any problems, knock on wood, but it doesn't happen. Thank you so much for watching our review of the Elite Force GLOCK. Hopefully you come pick them up. We have both the 17 and the 19s in stock. Initially we had a really small batch of both, but now we have a really quality stock. But they do have the tendency to fly out of here, so make sure you come pick them up. You can actually check us out online at extremeairsoftri.com/store. And you can actually start buying online from us, which is super cool. We're only offering a few products right now, but we're going to hopefully expand that. So definitely check that out. Check our events calendar for any events we may or may not have coming up. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us here on YouTube. Other than that, thank you guys so much. This has been your boy Chuckles, the Elite Force Glocks, and we'll see you next time.